Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to edit like a see-through phone. We'll edit a photo like this. So to do that we'll be using Photoshop and Lightroom. So if you don't have any of them, I'm pretty sure there'll be other apps you can use, but what I'll be using is Photoshop and Lightroom. So we'll jump in and I'll teach you how to do that photo. Alright, so first you want the shot of your phone or whatever. You can use an ND filter or a camera if you want, but as you can see in this video I'm using a phone. So you want a photo of your phone, and then you want a photo of what's going to be in the phone, so like the background. Well, this one's not super in focus as you can see, but it'll do for the video. So what I'm going to do is Command A, Command C, and then come over to the phone photo and Command V. If you're on Windows, it's Control A, Control C, and then Control V when you're on here, but I'm on MacBook, so I'll be using Command. Once you're in here, Command T, but if you can't bother to do Command T or that's too much, come up to Edit, Transform, and then Scale, and then there you go, you've got it again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make this image smaller, and we're going to drag it above the phone about the same size, so about there for me. Right, so what you want to do now is this photo right here, the one that's going to be inside the phone, you want to hide that layer, and then you want to come down to your background, the photo of your phone, and hit Command J, or if you're on Windows, Control J, and then you want to hide the bottom layer, and then come to the top layer, and for now just zoom into the phone. Once you've zoomed into the phone, hit P for pen, or come over and click this little button here and you'll come up with a pen. Then all you want to do is do an outline of the phone screen, which I will do now. After you've done that, you want to right click or double click for me, hit make selection, feather 1, make sure anti-aliased, whatever that is, a new selection are ticked, and then click OK. After you've done that, zoom out and just click delete. After you've deleted the layer, activate this top layer again, and then this is the hardest bit of the full edit. What you want to do is you want to drag this layer, the top layer, underneath this layer. So you ready? Boom, done. It's as easy as that, and then there you go, there's your photo done. What we'll do is we'll do another one, and then we'll jump into Lightroom and show you how I edit these photos. Right, quick run over. So picture of your phone, picture of what's going to be going in it, Command A, Command C, and then Command V. You want to hit Command T and make this layer smaller than the phone. Alright, what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to duplicate this layer and then just rotate it so the phone is straight, so about there for me, and then let me just delete that and then make this bigger so it actually fits on to it. Right, there you go. So back to this layer, just going to drag it above the phone, so about there, Command T, and just perfectly line it up, so like that. Alright, then you want to hide the top layer, come down to the bottom layer, Command J, and then hide the bottom layer. Zoom in and hit P for pen and do the exact same thing, mask the phone screen out. After that, right click, make selection, OK, delete it, zoom out, make it so you can see the top layer again and drag it underneath, and boom, there's your second one. Now I'll bring these into Lightroom and show you how I edit these photos. Alright, once you've imported your photos, click develop and we'll start editing. Alright, after we've imported them, we are going to edit them, but I'm going to smack one of my presets I'm working on over the top, so just use this one, Dream Away, and there is way too much colour in this, but first I'm going to crop it 4:5. If you didn't know, 4:5 is the Instagram crop ratio. It's, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, the best for Instagram, so I'd use that. I'm going to bring the highlights down and exposure up. I'm going to bring shadows up, bring them whites down just so my hand isn't overexposed, and the blacks bring up. Keep the clarity low just because I want a dreamlike feel to it. Alright, but we do need to change these colours. So first let me just bring down these oranges because I do not want my hand like this. That's just not what a natural hand looks like. So bring the oranges and the reds down for now, and we'll work on the background first. So the yellows, I don't want too much, so I'll have about there, I think, and then we'll have them about there. Greens, there isn't much greens, but I want you to know that there is greens there, so like bring these up a bit, and then we don't want them down here because then they're blending in. We'll have it about, that's just too much green. I'll have it about there, I think, and then yellows, and just bring them yellows up a bit, the luminance, and the greens. I'll have the greens pop a little bit. Actually, I'm going to bring the yellows back down. Right, let me work on my hand. So if you click this little option here, you can click on any part of the hand and change it. So I don't want my hand that colour, I don't want my hand that colour, I want it about, I think I want my hand about there, I'd say. And then say for the saturation we'll do it. Like I don't want it my hand all the way like that, and I don't want it like that, so just balance it out a bit to about there, I think. And then if I can bring these down a bit more, I will. So about there we'll have it. Then I'm going to bring that clarity down a bit more to about there, yeah. Alright, mid-tones and stuff we will leave. Actually, shadows, add a bit of a blue to the shadows, just to add a bit of change to it. So there we go. Got a little bit of blue, and then have a little bit more of a fade, so there you go. And actually I'm going to bring the blue a little bit more back so it's not as noticeable. There we go. And I want to take a bit of a fade away. There we go. Right, sharpening, we'll bring the sharpening up to about 50. I usually go from 50 to 70, so I'll put it at 55. Should be good. It hasn't added any noise. If I zoom in there'll be noise, of course, but I don't think anyone's on Instagram is going to be zooming in that much, so that should be fine. And then there's already a bit of vignetting on this preset, but I'm just going to add a bit more. I think that's the first photo done, and then let me just auto angle it. There we go. But as you see, the phone is not in the middle, so I'm just going to center it, and that should be good. Control C, copy, and then we'll go to the next photo and put it on this photo as well, see how it works out. Wow. In my opinion, that's a bit bright. Alright. I'll bring that exposure down a lot. Get rid of all that orange because there's way too much orange there, in my opinion. Say about there. And then we'll change the yellows to a bit more of a yellow instead of there, so about there. And then the greens, I think right now are a bit too poppy, so we bring them down a bit. No, actually we'll leave them bright. Just get rid of a bit of that colour. I can't really say it. Get rid of a bit of the colour. There you go, I said it, but I think that's good. Why? To see in between, or the backslash to do a before and after. And this blue down here, I want to add a bit more because it adds it to the sky as well, which actually we're going to have like this. Just add that bit of blue, and then I don't really do anything. I think we are done. Alright, I'm going to add a radial filter over the phone like that. Bring the feather up quite a lot to like 85, invert the mask, bring them shadows up, bring a bit of the clarity away, and then we will a bit more contrast, I think, and have them highlights pop a little bit more. And then what we'll do is we will duplicate the layer, not invert this, bring contrast down, highlights down, shadows down but not that much, Jesus. And we'll bring the clarity a bit more down, just to have that bit more of a blur to the outside. And I think that is done. I'm happy with that. We'll see if we can add a bit of a glow to the top, just to like, I don't know, add a bit more to the photo. So we'll bring the highlights up, and then of course we'll feather it to max, because we don't want it just being a white square. Well, it's not a square, circle. Bring that exposure up, change it a bit more towards the yellow side, just stands out being the sun more. And boom. Before, after, before, after. And that there is how you edit a see-through phone. So if you end up trying this and giving it a shot and you post it on Instagram, make sure to tag me at photo.wheeler on Instagram, and I'll make sure to have a look at your guys' attempts at something like this. But I hope it helped. I hope some of you tried it, and I hope this makes some people go and try something different instead of doing the same old thing. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.